things, and we'll see where we end up, and I hope I remember to say goodbye. So welcome.
What's the camera for?
We're just recording. It's giving the apprentices some transition opportunities to see how I'm teaching, because they're not always able to be here all at the same time. And then whatever Cindy decides to do with them. Yeah. Nothing too fancy. We're going to, send it out to the world. So if your heels are down and your toes are on, awesome. You're great. Can you get your hips pressed forward? And we're just going to start to play with some movement. I'm going to get you moving while I chat. You can chat, ask questions anytime. When you're ready, I just need you to bend your left knee and lift your left heel, and then press it down, and then go to the other side. Lift the right knee, press that down, as if you're marching. Continue on. I'm going to give you cues. Lift your chin, look forward. Lift your pelvic floor, no matter where you're moving or how you're moving, whatever you're doing, try to lift it. The more you can stay forward with your hips and down with your heels, the longer the stretch we're going to get in the body. Not hard to do this. We're going to do about 10. Gets you here. It lets your feet connect to your brain, and in doing that, it really lets you have a chance to bring yourself here. It feels a little bit stuffy in here. In a second or two, I'm going to probably open up another window. Only because I want to be refreshed. I'm not by you guys. Okay, so put both heels down. We want to have enough room within each other, so sweeping your arms upwards. If you do tickle someone, just don't hit them as you go. Leave your heels down as you now roll down towards the floor, trying to keep your hips over your ankles. It's natural they're going to push back. If there's pain in your back, soften your knees to the extent that works for you. Touch the floor. Then slowly roll up. Let your head come up last. Inhale, sweep those arms back up once you are up, and then exhale, round forward again as if you're doing a roll up. Press your hips over your ankles, push your heels down, stretch your spine. Touch the floor if you can, roll yourself up, head comes up last. Your head is coming up last to keep you safe. Inhale, reach your hands over. As you go, pull your navel up. As your head goes down into this position, it gets an increase in blood pressure. As you're ready to roll up, push your hips forward. That's why we bring it up last, so that your heart can adjust the blood pressure as you go. Not hard to do, great way to get here. When you're ready, walk up onto the top of your half dome. Neither your toes nor your heels will touch the floor. Yeah, can you find that little balance point all the way up on the top? Nice job, Lainey, you've got it. Yeah, so now in this exercise, can you do your best to not let your heels or your toes touch? Same idea, if you don't have enough space to the side, go forward with your arms. Inhale, reach your arms upward. And then as you're ready, bend your knees and slowly descend to the floor. Mind your eyes. Don't let them look down too fast. Let them help you work your spine till you can touch the floor. If you do touch the floor, stay there. Straighten your legs and look between your knees. Bend your knees and lower your tailbone. Do that 2 more times. Look between your knees. And then bend again, keeping your heels and toes off the floor. 1 more time. When you straighten to here, keep the knees soft. Let the head hang low. Let the shoulders hang low. Roll yourself up from your pelvic floor. Go slow. Stay soft in your body. Breathe. Take your time. Head comes up last. Eyes follow the spine. 2 more times we'll do this. Once you raise yourself all the way up, inhale, bring your arms up, conscious of where you are. Exhale, lower yourself down. Nice, Cindy. Keep your mind and your eyes together, finding your way towards the floor, your toes. You can use this if you want to play with us. I'm pretending to do it. If you like, straighten your legs, look between them. Bend your knees, drop your tailbone. You're just stretching yourself out, straightening the legs. Let the shoulders and neck relax. Bend the knees, pull into your core. 3rd time, once you're there, come through the pelvic floor, lift the arches of your feet, squeeze your inner thighs together. Head comes up last, you know why. Right, nicely done. Thinking about that last one we're going to do, raising the arms, lifting the mind, lifting the pelvis, round down, keep the mind up, keep the navel up, keep the pelvic floor up. Soften where you need to make this work for you. Touch the floor. Once you're to the floor, bend your knees, dropping your tailbone low. Straighten your legs, keep your feet straight. Try not to let them spin. 2 more times, just giving you a chance to no toes on the floor, no heels on the floor, no spin in the ankles. Whoa. 1 more time. Find your way to a softened straight leg, head low, roll up, take your time. Head last. Yeah, forever playing with our bodies. Now once you get to the top, step off, wiggle it out. Another great way to get you in your core, if you're ever in doubt, I bet you could do this at home, right? I did it with flip-flops. I also do it without anything, but I like to add this because it'll get you on your journey instead of on my journey right away, right? Does that make sense? So now we're going to go here, we're going to put our heels up onto the top and our toes are down. Yeah, you're just in like a mild pump essentially. And then we want to figure out the hips for a moment. Let's press the right hip, let's say to the right, everyone, but bend the left knee so it's a little bit of a sachet. You can see my body kind of swishing it out. Right, so you have to bend one knee and push one hip, then come up square, and then go the other way. Yeah, you'll find when I teach I don't wear really tight clothes, but when I work out I do. Push. Partly because I want the suggestion, push, and 2, because I really like loose clothing, and switch. I grew up with boys. And again, yeah, you feel your hip make that nice swish and the knee move. Right, we're opening up the hip sockets. Now, try to pull the navel in and up. So as you switch, you lift. As you switch, you lift. Yeah, so you're pulling up and off your pelvic floor. Repeat 2 more times. Right, finding the deliberateness in the hip socket pushing away. Truly looking for that juicy movement. How far can it go? Now when you're ready, come to neutral once you get a nice lift. Sweep your arms up, inhaling. We're going to go back down to the floor. Find your waist safely. Soften the knees if you need to. Now that you're down here, push your left knee forward, push your right hip back. Switch. Right, so we're looking for the same thing. We've got the hips now moving, one knee bending opposite, the other one pushing behind you. Yeah, by doing this, you're getting a nice stretch that also goes right up your spine. Let your head hang. Let your mind hang. Go back and forth. Pull the pelvic floor up and switch. Right, keep fine-tuning where you're finding your muscle movement. Let your legs be equal. Hang your head, roll yourself up, heads come up last. Alrighty, once you're up, step off again, step onto your mats or sit onto your mat. You'll see that you've got a rounded roller. Cindy, you can do this with a half dome, and same with you, Brenda, and I'll steal someone's half dome. Okay, so what's going to be the difference is that some people just notice more or less movement, and then it'll be fun because you'll want to try it the other way. Okay, so if you two want to, you can probably angle your mats that way and that way so your toes are pointed inward. And then everybody else is going to take their foam roller, get it off the crease that it's currently sitting on, and either go further behind. All I want to see is that your legs are extended and still on the mat, but I don't want that little foam roller in the crease of your mat. Then everybody's going to sit down just like this. Right, you guys get to sit up and on your roller. I know the excitement, yeah. Okay, so now that you're up and on it, clear out your bottom cheeks. It's a huge muscle, but it has no way to get out from underneath that bone unless you do it. All right, so now we're up in here. If everybody's good, this position, the only concern is that your knees are going to hang and you're going to hyperextend. If you find you notice that, you soften them every once in a while, or you ask me to give you my half dome, because that'll help pop them up. From here, everybody pull your pelvic floor in and up. When you look at your legs, I want that part of your big toe, second toe, to line up with your knee, to line up with your hip, inner hip point. Not your hip width, this is width. This is actually your hip width with your toes. Once you have that, we're going to just practice. Stack the hands like this, lift the back nice and tall, point the toes over and try to touch the front of the mat. Then pull the ball of the toe, this part, backwards, and then flex your toes and say hello. Repeat. Why would we do this? If you can see those that are on a rolling one, if they're not right on the crease, you can feel it move, right? Can you milk your spine up every time you go through, this motion, and feel yourself sit taller? With you guys, you can feel it, but you're going to have to pull your upper abs back more, pull your shoulders back, and lift your chest forward. We're looking for 10. Yeah, it's a really great way to basically do a footwork warm-up. I'm making you turn on your core whether you like it or not. One more time. Good. Now, anybody have back issues, hip flexor issues, any issues? You lean back for a moment and you wiggle it all out. If everything's awesome and everything's good, great. Check it up again. Stack your hands this time. Place them behind your head. Same setup. Now you want to take your pinky toe to the outside of the room, roll it over so the big toe touches the floor, and then pull them the full circle back. Repeat. Around you go. Casey, chest forward. Nice. As you keep going, Lainey, lift up taller in your spine waist. Yeah. Do you feel how that made you have to do something? I think a lift kit is what I hear Cindy use. Yeah, so the lift kit here is going to help you lift your back up higher. Very nice. Contract your quads. Pull your kneecaps to your hips. Offer your chest forward. 2 more times. Assuming I'm counting right. I'm trying for 10. Right. Good. Relax everything. Stretch forward. You can always have a soft knee. You can always grab your foot in any way you like. Unpack any sort of corners that don't feel good. Nicely done. Last one in this position, lengthen your legs back out. You can imagine I'm going to make you go in reverse. Bring your hands behind you. Offer your chest forward. You're just up onto fingertips. It's very light so that you don't get to lean into it, although, ooh, that feels good. Lift up instead. And now we're going to bring the toes across each other, trying to touch the floor all the way out to the outside. Pull the pinky toe towards your armpit as you offer your chest forward. You can alternate the crossing however you like. More chest forward. Once you feel it, look up, be up, lift up. Right, if you've slid forward on your little foam roller, scoot yourself back. Right, so it's really easy for you to lift your hands. Right. Yeah, and you're just coordinating. How tall can I lift from my core? 2 or 3 more. If you're not sweating, I'm surprised. I am. Whew. Oh, good. Maybe she'll do it for us. We were wondering. Good. Let's just say we're near 9, 8, 7, or 10, whatever suits you. Finish. And then again, let your knees bend. Let yourself stretch forward and wiggle your body out. From this same position, walk both hands over to one side of one foot, so you're on the opposite side. Get a little bit of a lateral stretch if you need to. Rotate and look up towards the ceiling. There you go. Then go to the other side. All we're doing is kind of opening you up. If you open up your side body, you really open up your mind. Switch again. Maybe an inhale as you go towards the ceiling. Ooh, that feels so good, Cindy. And then the other side. Oh, we live in such a nice place, don't we? And then center. When you're ready, head comes up last, sit yourself up. We're all in a really good position to now scoot backwards to remove our nice little toy. Maybe for you guys, just let it go down to the floor. It'll roll somewhere, we'll find it later. Scoot yourself where you feel that you're going to have a nice 100 position. So maybe a little bit forward, lie back, bend your knees into your chest. I know you all know the 100. Press your legs up to the ceiling, turned out straight. Lift your chest up as high as you can. Pump your arms up and down, breathing in and breathing out. Good. As you continue, can you find length in your spine and exhale? Yeah, unfamiliar. I won't snap or keep your count, but every once in a while I'll jump in. Try to breathe in through your nose, exhale out of your mouth. Good. Stay with me with this high leg position because I promise you it will get harder. Breathing in, breathing out. Now lengthen your tailbone. Put your pelvis in neutral. You should feel some small curve in your back that you stabilize with your core. Beautiful. 2 more times. Legs at the ceiling. Neutral pelvis. 1 more time. And then exhale, bend your knees in, lower your feet down, lower your head down. Lengthen your legs out, reach your arms overhead, stretch yourself out. Fabulous. Okay, so that was your first 100. Keep that in mind. Now we're going to do a bridge. So bend your knees, put your feet flat. We want them that hip width apart, same toe to sit bone. Good. Turn your palms upward beside you. Tuck your elbows in. Keeping the palms upwards, I just don't want you to leverage your shoulder and neck. On your next exhale, lift your hips up in any way you can off the mat. Once you're up there, breathe in. And now exhale right from your hips, lower yourself right down. Don't worry about what happens in between the spine just yet. Work on the breath. Breathe in first before you lift. Exhale, lift. Tighten the waist. Inhale, stay lifted. Exhale and lower. Right, very nicely done. Everybody's in synchronicity. Breathe in on the exhale, lift. Inhale, pause. Now exhale, reach your hips towards your heels and lower down. Yes, you're looking for length. Breathe in, pause. Exhale, lift, tighten the waist. Once you're up there, breathe in. Reach the tips of your knees over your toes as you lower down from the hips. You can choose to roll or lengthen, but reach the knees. Breathing in again, pause, exhale, lift, tighten the waist. Beautiful. Pause here, breathe in. Feel all your toes down. Exhale, lower, reach the sit bones, reach the knees, lengthen the spine. Fabulous. Breathing in. Exhale, lift, tighten the upper abs into the spine. Be one long spine now. On your exhale, lower your hips, lengthen your spine towards your toes. Breathing in. Exhale, tighten the waist. Inhale, pause. Exhale, you know what to do. We're going to do one more like this. Exhale, lift. Now stay lifted. Check your feet. Can you lift both heels? Lower. Can you lift all 10 toes? Excellent. Did you feel your hips move? Hollowing out your stomach, stay here with me. All feet, all toes on the mat. Extend your right leg out straight on the same line as your other thigh. Then bring it down. Keep breathing. Switch. Nicely done. Love the Pilates accent. Bend the knee and then unbend the knee. Correct. Hips stay up. Straighten the leg. Lower the foot. Nice. Repeating. If you hear me pausing, my brain is seeing a lot of things, so I'm wondering how to correct them. With your hips staying still, extend your right leg out, pause and hold there. Hips are equal into the sky. Only bend your knee, placing your foot right back down again. Nicely done. Extend the left leg, holding the hips still. Push the hips up higher. Bend the knee, put the foot down. You got the cues. Extend the right leg out. Lift that hip up higher, pull your abs back deeper. Switch. Left leg, abs pull back, so not a yoga bridge, a Pilates bridge. Bend the knee and down. Good, you keep going. Right leg goes out. Cinch the ribs into your back, lengthen your chest. Down, switch. Thanks for staying with me. Out, hips up, down. Good. One more set. Right leg goes out, lift your right hip, right foot comes down. Left leg goes out, lift your left hip. Left leg goes down. Reach your knees and roll down. Sashay your legs left and right. Unpack your back. Unpack your spine. Breathe in. Unpack your mind. We were working for stability. That's what we were looking for. When you're ready, stack your hands behind your head. Bend your knees into your chest. Lift your chest up and off the mat. Press your legs out to 45 degrees, pointing the toes. Pull the legs back in again on 1. Press the legs out on 2, pointing the toes. Pull back on 2. Nice. Keep going, lengthening the chest, lifting the chest, pull back. Lovely. Out we go again, squeezing the legs and heels, and home. Beautiful. Keep going. Press out. Lift off your shoulder blades. Bend in. Stay off your shoulder blades. Again, here we go for 5. If your neck hurts, pull your knees in, lower your head. You can do this with higher legs and a strong stomach, just the same. Keep going. 3. Easy jaws, long necks. 2. Reach into length. Pull into your abdominal wall. One more time. Out you go. Home you find yourself. Grab your thighs, pull them into you. Relax your head. Roll your knees around while you hold them. Softening the spine. Reverse it the other way. Place your feet back into that hip width position. Stack your hands behind your head. Once you have this stacking, try to then switch to an interlace. Let your head rest in it. Bring your elbows in slightly. Assume that your elbows are a hammock. Let your head hang in the center of the hammock. As you're ready, you keep a long neck. Lift your chest up and just your chest up, letting the head and hands follow. Good job. Inhale, pause there. Exhale, lower yourself back down. That's just your first move. Repeat it on the next exhale. Lift your chest first. Let your head hang. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lower. You keep going. I'll give you cues. As you lift, exhaling, your legs are anchored, your inner thighs are fired. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lower. Repeating again. Long necks. Correct. Lift your chest, shoulder blades off. And then lower. Inhale, pause, exhale, lift. Inhale, stay lifted. Inhale, pause, exhale, lower. Feet are hip width apart if you choose. Exhale and lift. Nice, heavy heads, it's at least 10 pounds. Exhale, lower. What would that be? Right, find your way up, off your shoulder blades. 8. Inhale, stay lifted. Exhale, lower. Here comes 9. We hope. Heavy heads, higher chests, and lower. Yeah, good job giving yourself that extra love. One more time. Right, anchored abs, and lower. Let your legs go left and right. Let your arms come down beside you, relaxing your shoulders and necks. One more side with the sachet. When you're ready, bring yourself back into tabletop. Knees are up, feet are off, arms are beside you, palms are up. Squeeze your legs together. If I come by, I'm just going to drop you into tabletop so you know what it feels like. The heels will try to sneak up on us. Listen to these odd cues. Inhale, lift your right hip up and over towards the front door. Exhale, pull your right hip back and down to the mat. That's for those that are there. You guys get to go your own way. Inhale, lift your right hip up and rotate towards the front door. Exhale, find your way home. Great, beautiful. Lainey's in the middle. Inhale, lift your left hip up. If you're not sure, watch Lainey. She's going to go to the left, lifting her left hip up. And then exhale and come home. Good job. Inhale, lift your right hip up now, rotating over. Keep your legs together. Exhale, pull your right hip home.
Your legs are together. You don't move your...
Nope. Yep. We're going to rotate the waist. I'll say it even more deliberately. Inhale, lift the left hip up towards the back wall. Exhale, bring your hip back home. Good. I don't think I told you rotation. That would probably be it, right? Inhale, lift the right hip up towards the front door. Exhale, pull the right hip back. Fun. Keep going. Inhale, lift the left hip up as you rotate towards the back wall. Exhale, home. Now, make it so small your shoulders and head are relaxed. Inhale to the front. Exhale, squeeze your legs together, pull yourself home. Inhale to the back room. Bring yourself home. Your shoulders didn't move. Good. Keep going. Over you go. Inhale as you go. Now pull your navel back as you exhale home. Inhale to the back bathroom. Exhale, pull your navel back to the mat. Now you're getting it. Inhale as you go. Easy shoulders. Use your waist. Exhale, home. Other side. Make sure you don't go too far. You don't want your neck and shoulders to pop. Again, 2 more. Navel pulls you back. Hip lifts you up. Over, exhale, home. One more set. To the front door, lift the right hip, pull the navel back. To the back wall, lift the left hip, pull the navel back. Lengthen the legs out long, reach your hands overhead. Wiggle it out. Zipping your legs together. Bring your knees into your chest, put your hands over your shins, curl up like a small pea and squeeze yourself very deliberately on your back. You can roll up if you choose, but stay on your back if you can. Now, lengthen right back out again. We'll go into the roll up. As the legs go down, the arms come by the ears. Inhale, bring your hands up to the ceiling, lift your chest up, bring yourself forward and reach for your toes for a first roll up. Grab your thighs if your back has to be in pain to do it. Reach for your toes, then inhale, roll backwards. Take your time, roll your hips and articulate yourself down. 1 vertebra at a time. That's our first roll up. Arms reach overhead. With the ribs staying anchored, bring the hands to the ceiling. Use that chest coming up before the head if you can. To lift yourself up, exhale, stretch forward. Make sure your heels are sealed together. If that doesn't work and causes you discomfort, then stay parallel with your legs. Roll back. Correct. Beautiful tempo, taking your time. Once your arms are overhead, your ribs stay down, your hands come up. So it's 1 inhale on the way up. You should be all the way off your bra strap and in front of your hips for that inhale. Now begin to exhale as you stretch forward. Inhale, roll your hips back. You'll want to be down onto your bra strap by the time you're done with that inhale. Once you're down, exhale, reach your arms long. Inhale, hands to the ceiling. You rise up, exhale. Right, figuring out the breath. Inhale, rolling back. To the bra strap for the inhale. Hi, Gavin. Exhale, reach your arms long. Nice to see you. Inhale, rise. Find your breath, your tempo. We're looking for 8. Exhale. Inhale, roll back and down. As you rise, lift your chest, squeeze your legs together. Nicely done. And then roll back. Let's say we're going to do one more. Try not to karate chop your arms. See what that would take. Hands to the ceiling. Stall out if you need to. Yeah, push those heels together. Yes! That pulled you in deeper, didn't it? Great work. Once you go down, lie down, wiggle around, adjust your outfits. Not the easiest thing to do. Bend your knees into your chest, press your legs straight up to the ceiling with a turnout. We're going to be doing a version of a roll over, and that's when your feet come over your head. Maybe some of you have the skill set to go over your head. Be careful of hardware. If you are at all, and if you're on a mat on the floor, maybe not the best choice, but we can always double match you in case you need to get there today. Okay? Why would I say that? Mostly for your neck. I just need to make sure that the moment that we all go up on our necks or anywhere near our necks, that we're not using them to land on. Does that make sense? Yes. Right, because in a car, when you get hit from behind, it's the same as just throwing your legs over your head. You're accidentally flattening out your spinal column at a high velocity with weight involved. Does that make sense? Okay, so now my ego, when I was younger, had a hard time riddling that one out. So do know that you have someone who knows better, and that's why I say it. So press your arms into your side. Can you tuck the elbows in nice and snug? Then press your arms flat onto the floor so that you can feel your palms. Bending your knees into your chest, press them up to the ceiling with a turnout. Now, I don't want to see even a skosh of momentum, and that would be that you would throw your legs away from you to throw your legs over you. Instead, I'd love to see if everybody could get their legs straight at the ceiling with their tailbones long. Right, I'm going to do a little swish and see what we got. Nice. Can you lengthen your tailbone out more? That's curling it. Right, try not to do that. So here's the ceiling. Does that make sense? Right. No, it's so good. Okay, so now press your arms beside you. Feel your tailbone be long. As you can, squeeze your inner thighs together and push your toes to the ceiling, not overhead. See if you can just lift up. Just straight to the ceiling. One time and lower yourself down. Right, 2 times, just a prep. Squeeze your legs together. Don't throw, no momentum. Just straight to the ceiling. Okay, now that you've got that idea, that's what you need to roll over. So if you're ready, you're going to inhale, press your arms down, bring your legs overhead. Maybe they go, maybe they don't. If they do get overhead, check your neck. Is it flat and pressured? Roll yourself downwards. That's a little bit of a jackknife, Lainey. No troubles. It's just a version of them. Good. So really, all I want to see is that you can lift your legs first, bring them over your head low, and then roll your spine down. Did that make sense? So here's the progression. First of all, can you keep your tailbone straight, your legs just lifting to the ceiling? That's your first progression. Second progression, you get to choose, bring your legs overhead if you can. If they're over your head, then slowly roll your spine down. Right, pause there for a second, and then I'm going to walk Casey through it since you guys used her as such a good graphic. So watch her go. We're going to bring her overhead, but you're going to go low with your legs. I need to know if there's any problems with your neck. Her toes, really, we want them to touch the mat. Right, well, she can choose that or not. I'm not going to ask her to, but she gets to choose it. If her toes get to the mat, now I need her to flex her feet. And as she starts to point her foot, she's going to roll her spine down until the feet are at the ceiling again. That's the whole exercise. You heard what I said about the neck. It's a lot of time on the neck. We don't want it doing the work. That'll be your jaw. So play for a moment. 2, 3 more times. You're trying to find the safest way to get to where you think you can get today. Be kind and gracious to your body. When you roll down, breathe. Articulate. Press your arms down. Lainey, you're just accidentally pushing into a jackknife, which is delicious. But see if you can avoid it unless you're doing it for a specific health reason.
What does that mean? What do you mean? What am I?
You're going over and piking up, which puts your fulcrum in a totally different spot, and your spine doesn't get to feel an uncompressed Yeah, and then keep the feet there and roll down. It makes you stretch your hamstrings. Oh, good. Now that we have that, extend your left leg down to the mat. Keep your right leg up at the ceiling. If anything's off the mat, just adjust yourself accordingly. With the leg that's extended, turn it out. Keep your abs flat. We're going to do leg circles. Inhale, cross your heel across your body to the left shoulder, down and around and up to the right shoulder, and back to your nose. That's your first move. Inhale as you go. Try not to go big. Go small, go long, and lift. 2. Inhale as you go. Cross the body around and up. 3. Around and up. Draw a circle on the ceiling. 4. Inhale as you go. Let your heel lead and lift. Let's say this is 5, cross the body, around and up. We're going to go right into a reverse. Inhale out to the right shoulder, right hip, across the body and lift. Can you do that again? Lead with your heel. Around you go and up. Inhale. Leading with the heel leads with the inner thigh. Soft point to the toes. Here goes, I think, 4. Could I be right? Could I be wrong? Around and up. Let's do one more time. It's an inhale as you go and an exhale as you return. Once you return, bend the knee into you. Hold on to the shin. Lift your chest up. Press the other leg to the floor. Correct. Now with the leg that's on the floor, hold on to that one leg. Stay there if you could, Sabre. Switch back again. There you go. Hold that leg really nice and snug. And with the leg that's on the floor, can you fire the glute without straightening the knee? Can you push the heel down and feel the glute without using the back of the knee? Yeah, something to think about. Totally worth your time. Bend both knees in, press both legs up, lower the opposite leg that you've already circled, so your right leg will go down, your left leg stays up, turn it out. Beautiful. Arms are beside you. Excellent. So now we're back to leg circles. Inhale across your body to your opposite shoulder, down and around, exhale, and lift the heel to the nose. Keep the turn out. Inhale, exhale, and lift. Think long with your leg. Send it up. Right. Good. Inhale as you go. Exhale as you rise. Upper abs on the mat. Again. And then we'll reverse. So now inhale out to the same shoulder, down and across that hip, and up to the opposite shoulder, stopping at the nose. Inhale as you go. Lengthen your tailbone. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Right, last one. Exhale. Beautiful. Once you come up, bend the knee in, lift your chest up, hold on to that leg, pull your shoulders back. What about your other leg? Can you make your heel press down and fire the glute without hyperextending the knee? That's what you're after. Now, if you've got that, can your toes be sentinel straight to the ceiling? Right, ooh, great hip flexor stretch. Would everybody agree? If not, play with that. Bend both knees in, let your feet go down, let your head go down, wiggle it around, adjust your outfits. Everybody good?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Thanks for being patient with the overhead rollover, all sorts of ways you can call it. Don't hurt your neck exercise. We're going to roll like a ball. I like a playful way with a ball. Remember, some of us are up on the mats, so that's dangerous. Be careful. You never want to roll off, eyes always open. Those of us that are on a mat, if you need a double mat, this might be a great chance to get it, unless you're okay rolling on a tile floor.
I'm good. You like a Casey one. That mat's really hard.
Oh yeah, Casey's has got a mean mat.
Yeah, these are pretty cushy.
Good, good.
Yeah, Casey's gonna need one.
Thank you. Somebody's got to have one. So you're lying on your back. You just want to find a way, not quickly, but absolutely deliberately, to roll up. So bend your knees into your chest. And we're rolling up so we can roll like a ball. Lift your chest up. Hold on to your ankles, not your shins. Oh, so cruel. Now, who cares just how close you get to your shins, just that you try. Start in your navel. Squeeze your legs together. Put your nose between those knees and lift your tailbone towards the nose. Now lift your upper abs towards the tailbone. Then switch. Tailbone? Yes. Chest? Yes. You're just trying to find that connection that's deeper than throwing your legs out. Right, keep the knees close to you, put your nose between your knees, and don't let it change. Good job, finding your way with it. Once you're up, you straighten your legs out and stretch forward. Yeah, sometimes I do the full-on kick the feet and come on up. Play with that, another great exercise at home. We're going to go through the stomach series, bending the knees into the chest, hands on your ankles. We're going to roll we're going to roll like a ball 3 times and then slide into the single leg. When you're ready, bend your knees into your chest, hands on your ankles. You should be safe on your Cadillac's hardware. Roll backwards, find your way back up again and pause. Right? Already done that. Now put a ball, imaginary, between your heels and your bottom and don't lose it. Roll back in the position you're in and come on back up. Casey, you lost your ball, man. Okay, so then try that one more time. How snug can you stay? Beautiful. Then the transition here is really, really simple. Hands beside you. Sit back slightly. Draw your right knee into your chest. Do not put your head down. Lay back in the position. Outside hand, outside ankle. Switch your legs. Practice this. Outside hand, outside ankle, and change. The leg that goes out on a straight line from your groin. The heel lines up to it. If you need a little extra work, pull your shoulders back. Lengthen your neck with them. Yeah, lift your chest and switch. Good job. Who knows what count we're on? Oh, we're in deep trouble, you guys. Someone's going to have to figure this out. Shoulders down. Nice. We're going to go for 8. Good. Both knees in, lower your feet, rest your head down. That was single leg stretch. It's wise to keep count with me. That way you can't think about much else, right? Bend your knees into your chest. We're going to do double leg stretch. Lift your chest up, hands on ankles, same setup. Push your legs to the ceiling, reach your arms by your ears. Hold your breath. Take your arms to a T, exhale, pull your knees back in and hold on to your ankles. I dare you. Inhale, reach out again. Your legs can go where you like. Hold your breath to a T, exhale, home. Inhale, press out again, heels together wherever your legs are, out to the T, exhale, home. Very specific breath. Inhale, reach, hold your breath all the way to the T, exhale, home. One more time. If your neck gets tired, you can always put your head down to a T and exhale, home. Feet go down, head goes down, you wiggle it out. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath in. Let your nervous system just wiggle with it. Okay, so now we're going to do a single straight leg stretch, bending the knees into the chest. This is another one. I want those legs straight at the ceiling, straight, heels together. Now, nobody pull one leg yet. Everybody with both hands, reach forward and up as if you're going to touch both your legs. Lift your chest up as if you could touch all your toes. Now, if you have that, beautiful. Can you lengthen your tailbone out? And could your legs be at the ceiling for your lift? Yes. Leave them at the ceiling, no further. Beautiful. When you're ready, pull the right leg to you 2 times, lengthen the left leg straight to the floor. Keep everything straight. Now switch. Pull the left leg to you 2 times, reach the right leg to the floor. Switch. Now pull, so the leg coming to you comes to you twice. It sounds weird. Don't press down twice, press down once. Does everybody understand that? Good. Yes, you're doing it correctly, Brenda. As you switch, now lift your chest up higher and reach up higher on your leg. Correct. Off your shoulder blades, everyone. Good. Continue, straighten the legs. Fire the quads. And switch, right, left, right, left, right, left, or left, right. It doesn't matter. Just go. Switch. Both legs up. Bend your knees in. Lower your feet, lower your head, relax. For those of us that do a lot of athletic biking, running, skiing, that's so great because you have to keep your legs straight. Yeah, we get to bypass just your hip flexor and go into your deeper abs. Bending your knees into your chest, double straight leg stretch. Legs go to the ceiling, turn out together straight. Stack the hands behind the head. Maybe make it an unfamiliar stack. When you're ready with your stack, and that means finger to palm and palm to finger. Not fingertip to fingertip. Yeah, lift your chest up, shoulder blades off the mat. Yep, now, until you can guarantee those shoulder blades stay off the mat for your entire program, your legs go hardly anywhere. So inhale and lower your legs a tiny bit, but instead focus on keeping your shoulder blades off the mat. Lift your legs. 1, inhale down, long waist, lifted chest. 2, look into your stomach, let nothing pop. It doesn't matter what you see, just don't let it rise. Lift. and down and lift. 2 more times, shoulder blades off the mat entirely. 1 more time, or I'm coming for you. Legs come up, bend your knees, feet go down, rest your head. I know, I say with a lot of crazy instructions, don't I?
Get my scapula off the floor.
Right, right. So we have this great place where we're all going to find something we can strengthen. Yeah, those key cues are really important. If you have your spine undulating when we're doing that exercise, where you kind of feel your ribs pop or your pelvis move, your back's not stable. This is about strengthening your back so it can be stable so we can lengthen it. Right, this will inform your reformer work. This will help your short box. Yeah, you can also do it right before a wedding and you will look great. Yeah, so always something that you can do wherever you are, whatever you're doing. We're going to do crisscross, stack the hands again behind the head, so that's fingertip to palm. When they bleed apart from each other, it's just telling you that you're using something other than your core. Because if you didn't need your hands to bleed apart, your core wouldn't take them apart. Right? It'll keep you snug if that's what you're using. So use it as a clue for your own body. Bend your knees into your chest, and who knows, one day is different than the other. Cross your right chest over to your left leg. Straighten your right leg and hold. Yeah, and everybody be patient with me. This is one of the hardest things I've ever had with my students. The armpit that's down towards the mat, get it off the mat. Yes, now don't let it come back down. Switch over to the other side. So the same side you were looking at, get that armpit off the mat and switch again. Now if you're not sure how to do that, keep using your abs, lift your chest, not your neck. Switch. Be with me, stay with my tempo. Up off both shoulder blades and switch. Hold and lift, change. Hold and lift, both knees home. You come center, rest your feet, rest your head. Wiggle it out. So you could hear that, right? Something happens when you have to get both shoulder blades off the mat. Keep reminding your mind it's not about your jaw. Your jaw can't do that for you. It will try. It's kind. Spine stretch forward. Have a seat up. Clear your bottom cheeks out. Your legs are going to go as wide as your mats. If you're on your mat, you put your heels right at the corners. If you're up here on these mats, you can pick this corner because you can tell it's narrower, or you can pick a bar. Yep. If you have the bar, it gives you something to push your feet into. If you don't, then it gives you something to be honest to. Do you see how Cindy has it like marked on something she knows? And that's very good, Brenda. Where you know for sure that if it moves, you'll see it. This exercise is about not letting any sort of shift happening in your hips and to get you to lift right at center. Arms out in front of you, spine lifted up. Inhale, lift above your shoulders, limbo it up and over instead. Exhale, articulate your spine. Try to keep your hands at the same level you started. The crown of the head goes between your knees. Now let's say you ran out of air. Awesome. Inhale, stack yourself up, straight legs, shoulders, head. Now you hear that kind of head sequence. Inhale, lift that we started with. Up you go. As you stretch over, pull your abs behind you and lift them upwards. Yep. Ask your shoulders to come out of the picture. Whatever you can do to stop them from coming near your ears. Inhale, stack yourself up on your tempo, your breath. Exhale, finish with your head up, arms pressed down beside the pool. Yeah. Inhale, lift again. As you go over, keep your shoulders retracted. I think this feels like Frankenstein doing spine stretch forward. Your arms are so immobile. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, pause, one more time. Lift from your center. Stretch over, pull your abdominal wall up and back. Drop your shoulders down and back. Round your spine. Then articulate it back up to a supple yet straight position. Let your arms rest, draw your heels in towards you, bending your knees. Everybody good? Everybody's body's okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Draw your heels in. You can use peace fingers. If you're a yogini, you do not strangle those toes. Okay? If you're not a yogini, don't strangle your toes. All right, so you've got this little peace finger. You can choose that. This is where the exercise goes to. That doesn't mean that's what happens. I happen to have very clever handles right here. I use those too sometimes for this exercise. It depends on how much lotion I have and what's going on in my body. When you're all ready, can you get to this position where you've got your feet off the mat? Yeah, you're balanced, and sure, we can do all sorts of tricks. We just want to see, can we stay together? Without leaning anywhere, don't roll back. Extend both legs out. Take your time. Straighten them. Right, and then carefully, very slowly, bend them back in. Correct. Now, if you could, take your vision straight ahead of you and keep looking through whatever wall or things you see. Inhale, keep your vision, lift your legs up. All those single straight leg stretches are about us trying to get to here. Can we straighten those legs? With your vision forward, bend your legs back in with control. Now I'm going to ask for a little adjustment. I don't want the legs to be too wide. So as you go out, maybe not as wide as a yogini and a little narrower. Pick a different handle at any time to stay in control. If you do pick a different handle, straight legs. Now, everyone should know what's behind them. If you don't and you're not certain, you don't roll. If you do know and you are certain that nothing will harm you, you can look into your stomach and roll. Go for it. You inhale, right, and you exhale and come back up. Pause. Right, good job, everybody. Yeah, reset if you need to. We're going to do 8 total. Yeah, you can go at your own tempo because this is a super challenging exercise and everybody's showing control. Eyes on stomach, they stay on stomach until you come up and you look forward. Again you go, roll, and home. Right, Julie? Yeah. You're just finding you're just getting your way down that way. No big deal.
Good.
Correct. Now, I'm going to ask for something on the last 2 if you're not already there. Only roll to your bra strap and still come back up. One more time. Good. Once you have it, zip your legs together. Walk down your legs. Leave your legs at the ceiling. You get to lie back. Walk down your legs. Legs are turned out. We're going to do corkscrew. Press your arms beside you. Easy necks. Inhale, roll your legs to the right side of the room, down and around, and come up to center on the left side, exhaling. This is called corkscrew. Now let's go to the left. Inhale to the left, down and around, be mindful of everyone around you, and exhale up to center. Now could we do that with our feet turned out, so heels touch, not toes. Inhale to the right. As you come around, pull your navel back, scoop it around, and lift it up. Inhale to the left. Circle it around, straight legs throughout. Exhale up. One more set. Inhale, arms pressed. Exhale, abs tight. One more side. And around. Now with your legs at the ceiling, lower them to the floor, but sit up at the same time. Yes. Great. Separate your feet to your mats again. You want them hip width at least apart or wider. You get to pick, but make it symmetrical. Your arms will be out to your side for the saw. The key words here are misleading. We don't have to get to our pinky toe. What you have to do is keep both of your hips on the mat no matter what. Inhale, lift your chest up. Twist over to the front door just for fun. Exhale, bring your forehead to your knee. Keep your hips square. You can reach down towards your leg as far as you like. Inhale, come back up. Stack your shoulders by pressing them down. Exhale at center. We'll repeat that. Inhale, lift. Now we'll go to the back room. As you go, keep both hips on the mat equally. Exhale, forehead to knee. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, stack your shoulders at center. Great, we've got that. Now flex your feet. Inhale, lift up. As you twist, your hips don't move, your feet don't shiver. Exhale, forehead to knee. Reach across as if you could touch that opposite pinky toe. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, stack. Repeat. Inhale, lift up. Twist. Push through your right foot. Keep your feet square. Inhale, rise up. Stack your shoulders. Exhale. Last set. Inhale, lift. You're twisting. Hips stay square. Feet stay square. Forehead to knee. Inhale, rise up. Stack your arms. Exhale. Last side. Lift internally. And stretch forward, push your feet away. Really good work, everybody. Inhale, rise up. Zip your legs together, let your arms relax. Swing your legs behind you. You'll all be facing inward. Beautiful. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your elbows in. You can have your heels together, toes turned out. If you need a wider position, you can put a basketball or a volleyball between your legs. With your hands just underneath your shoulders, put a marble underneath your nose. Take that marble and roll it forward on your mat. Look up. Once you're looking up, pull your shoulders back, lift your back up, press your legs down. You can go as high as you like or as low as you prefer. When you're ready to come back down, go in the order that you came. First the pelvis or the abs, chest, your nose and forehead will be last. 2 more times. Inhale, roll a marble away. Keep the back of your neck long. Lift your upper back, then your lower back. Lengthen to come down. Good. Be very kind to the back of your neck. Make your back work more. Inhale. As you come up, roll a marble, pause the head. Once the marble's away, lift the back. As you're ready, lengthen the spine and lower down. With as stable a body as you can, sit back onto your heels to unpack your low back, rounding your back. And gently swing your legs around to the front of the mat. Bend your knees into your chest as you lie back. Make sure you have plenty of room behind you and in front of you. We're going to take a teaser, 1 set into a seal. Lying back, bend your knees into your chest. Anchor those abs, lengthen the tailbone. Reach the arms long by the ears. Press the legs out to 45 degrees, active, toes turned out. As you're ready, bring your hands forward. Maybe you'll karate chop, maybe you won't. Roll forward and up. See if you can get up into a teaser. Once you're at your peak position, take your time and roll yourself down slowly, squeezing your legs together. Repeat that 2 more times. Set yourself up for success. Roll yourself up, roll yourself down. Everybody's got different programs, so everybody's going to have different progressions. Right? Yeah, and you can play a little bit. You're safe at this point. You've rolled like a ball. You've done open leg rocker. Now you're just pulling it all together. Excellent. Once you're up in your last teaser or a variation, bend your knees in, put your feet down. Slide your legs between your thighs. Wrap your hands around and cup your ankles. Nicely done. So same thing goes with everything rolling. We're going to be rolling backwards in this position. And then if you can, Lainey, can you thread your hands through your legs? And then to the outside? I know it's one of the weirdest things. It's a fun kind of cross coordinator. Sometimes it's an indicator of whether you walked fast or not when you were a little baby. Yeah, it's kind of a cool scientific white paper conversation. So when you're looking into your stomach with a C curve in your spinal column, but a lifted C curve, so you're not a small, you're a capital C, you're going to open and close your legs 3 times. 1, you're just loosening the hips. That's all we're really doing. And then when you're ready, roll backwards and try to balance on your shoulders. Don't clap back there. Come back forward instead. So go for it. Eyes on stomach. Roll back. Come on back up when you're done. Right. So you first found out, is there any hardware? If you were at home, it says the couch in the way, and by no means would you ever roll if there were a coffee table near your head, correct? Okay, good job, nice catch, Cindy. So we're going to do that again, but now you have permission to stay on your shoulder blades, not your neck, and you get to clap there 3 times. You have to succeed at that, so don't overshoot it. You don't want to be on your neck. If you're not sure, practice until you are. That could be today, that could be in a month. Look into your stomach, clap 3 times, just loosening the hips, roll backwards to your shoulder blades and stabilize. Clap 3 times back there, then roll back up. Yeah, it's just such a truth teller. Yeah, Julie, I totally understand, right? The forearms, like what the heck?
Are you bending them just a little so you don't hyperextend?
Totally, if you can, and you can push out. You can even make adjustments where it works for you. Your goal is just to keep yourself kind of snug and tight. We're opening the hips, but you're totally on par. 3 claps, 1, 2, 3, eyes on stomach, roll back and stabilize, clap back there if it works, or roll back forward. Pause 2 more times. You don't want to be on your neck, so make sure you stop before. That's your upper abs. Yeah, nice effort. 1 more time. Roll back. When you come up this time, release your legs out straight. Don't worry if they go off the mat. Stretch forward for a moment. In this forward position, just say a quick little mantra to yourself, something positive you can say to yourself that you know for sure is about you. Then release out of that. Just know that's with you. Push yourself to a position where you can lay back. Open yourself up and put your palms up. In this position, take that little affirmation about yourself, turn it around and try to figure out how could you say that would include everyone in your mind in this room that's affirmative. Let that kind of wash through your brain. As you're ready, take a nice big breath in and let the oxygen float past your heart. And as you exhale, let your heart relax into your lungs, holding it there. 2 more times. The inhale is about opening the heart, and the exhale lets the lungs hug it. Let it rest into you. 1 more time. We're in Cindy's studio, so let's rest our hearts in our lungs in her studio. Exhaling. Great self-affirmations. I'm so thrilled you all came. Anybody that's watching us on the video, we're thrilled you're here. Come again. Find your way up with your head coming up last. Take your time. Love yourself the most.